Good morning. It's Terry O'Connor again at Winning at Real Estate. And today I'm very excited to talk to you about the difference between what and how. Why am I bringing this topic up? Well, it's closing in on the fourth quarter of 2020, which has been, as we all know, an extraordinary year, to say the least. In many ways, a very difficult year, very challenging, and many other ways, a very rewarding year at all that we've accomplished in spite of what we've been through. But I think the difference this morning that I want to talk about is getting ready for the next quarter and ultimately for 2021. So we need to plan. And we all know what to do, I think. Most of us do know what to do. If we're experienced agents, we know what to do. Sometimes where we stumble is how to do it. I think it's truly the difference between strategy and execution. Strategy is something that we can all come up with. I'd like to do this, and I'd like to be able to make this much money, and in order to do that, I have to sell more property. In order to do that, perhaps I need to hire an assistant, and all of these things that you can think of for your individual real estate practice. On the other hand, how are you going to do it? That's the bigger question. We can all figure out the what. We can even probably work out the strategy of what it is in our planning that we're going to do. But how we execute that is the challenging part. In order to execute, you need to focus, and we've talked about focus, we've talked about clarity, we've talked about so many things in the past. But your focus has to be on the most important things. There are a lot of other things you can focus on, but all they do is take away the energy and the drive as to what it is that your big goals that you really want to accomplish. So focus is critically important. Accountability is very important. How do you hold yourself accountable? Are you part of a team where the team holds one another accountable? If you're a single practitioner, do you hold yourself accountable with your manager, possibly your spouse, another colleague in the office? But what I want to share with you is your focus and your execution are critical components, and the accountability factor is what's going to drive it forward in the end for you. Some of us don't like to delegate. It's easier to do everything ourselves. That does not allow you to take your focus and put it on the most important things. Certain actions that we're going to take bring totally different results. You want to focus on the things that bring you the best results. And what's more, you want to measure those results. Keeping a scoreboard is important. You'll perform so much better, again, as a team member, as an individual practitioner, as a business, if you keep a scoreboard and measure the results that you're having. We all like to compete, even with ourselves, so a scoreboard's essential. So really what I'm saying to you today is you're thinking about the closing out of this difficult year. We're going into the fall. Kids are headed back to school, hopefully in some places, or working remotely. We're all trying to figure out how to manage our lives in this new normal of whatever it is at the moment until we have a vaccine. But in the interim, we are working, and in the real estate industry, we are really working. We have been so busy, and we are so blessed that we have been that busy after what happened in March and April. So getting ready for the next stage of where we're going to be is critically important. So in your thinking about the what, you've got to think about the how. Think in terms of your strategy, but also your execution. Think about your focus and how important that is to focus on the most important things. Delegate what you can delegate to someone else that if it's not one of the more important goals that you have that needs your attention. Focus on the things that need your attention. That will give you the best return on the energy that you're putting into it. Collaborate with your colleagues, with your management team. Read and learn how to make a better plan. Work with the people in your leadership that will help you. And then be accountable. Be accountable because that's where you're going to be able to find out how well you're doing as you measure your success on your scoreboard. So anyway, it's Terry O'Connor at Winning at Real Estate. I hope that helps. Get yourself organized. We're headed into 2021, and we're all hopeful that it's going to be a much better year for everyone. Take care and thank you. Bye-bye.